talk, even though they're not here, a couple of the minor characters. We're not meant to look for any deeper sort of meaning or motivation in
No, I mean, I think there's no doubt they weren't in the original. Interestingly, they weren't in the original workshop version of Sun in the Park with George. They were added because Dot needed a reason to leave George. So consequently, Louis, who she was with, the baker, needs a reason to leave America. So they were created. Oh. And if you really look at the structure of the piece, it's very, very strange, the way where they come from. Everybody else in the piece is either a construct of George and a deconstruct of George too, because their relationships, as you see at the end of Act 1, are all broken, everybody mismatches, they all go with different people, with the exception of Mr. and Mrs., as they're called, the green couple. And Mr. and Mrs. are played, interestingly, by other people in the cast. So there was a budget for Broadway, and they knew that they had to get this construct. There was no other way to do it, so consequently 2 people played those roles. You know. But there's no, for example, I've used Franz to double Mr. No reason for that at all, except he's a very fine actor and very silly. And he gets to do Dennis in Act 2 as well. Dennis is one of the most heartfelt characters in the night, who sort of is at one with George and helps him through. In a way, he also is the one who points George to the direction that is going to get him back to finding a way forward, as in creating Dot again. Yeah.
With the Mr. and Mrs., it's a couple of things. First, it's been interesting now that we've had a number of houses, a number of shows, that the response from the audience at that point is so wonderful and needed. The scene is so hilarious, it inevitably leads to applause from the house at the end of what is a very short scene, but it's just full of so much life. And at that point, you know, thanks to our director, it's hilarious. And at that point, you kind of need it. You're getting to that stage in the act where it's just like, I need a little bit of, not, you know, simple comic relief, and yes, it serves the dramatic purpose as well. We also made the decision that I needed to not be on stage for that, because it is the one sort of alien, quote unquote, thing in the piece that doesn't necessarily happen inside my head, that I needed to not be on stage for it.